Says here I have Andrew Powell up next. I don't want to work with Andrew from Canada. Oh, hey, hi.
Canadians, right? No one
Hey,
wants to
Andrew.
talk to Canadians.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Where are you?
Awesome.
Where are you in Canada?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Very stereotypical.
I
For-
I I love Toronto. You're the second person. Do you know Bonnie?
I do, of course.
I just spoke with Bonnie. We spoke about you before. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing today?
Good.
Well, from The Office to Mr. Iglesias and People of the Earth, I mean, you've done so many cool things. Uh, Coming into this movie, did they tell you anything about what they wanted you to do for Oscar, or what was the plan there?
They must have, right? Yeah, I think they said something. They're like, do your thing, but he's a cargo guy and an adventurer. And then I think I might have done a little bit of the character for the brothers, the Nee brothers, and they liked it, and they're like, sure. And then I mean, they have a lot on their plate with a movie like this, so they expect you to show up like ready to go. And I just jumped in, and they're like, sure. I
What makes
liken him. I've been telling people, to me, it seems like he's the uncle of Ramon from The Proposal. He's like they're related somehow.
Well, I love that, you definitely bring some levity to the film. There's those bits of action, and then the light moments to kind of even things out.
A lot of
How
action.
important? Yeah, there's a lot of action. I mean, even more than I really expected.
Me too. A lot of action.
They didn't ask you to do any action though.
They said no. I volunteered to jump off the staircase and tackle Daniel, but I'm like, it's a little too high for me, and the floor's a little too hard. On the deck of the ship was steel. I'm like, man, never mind.
Did you spend a bit of time with Divine to film the scene when she's as Beth in the first
I
moment we see you?
I saw her the first day I saw her was on the tarmac, and I hadn't seen her since Toronto, so that was a fun reunion. And then we just jumped right into it. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice reconnecting with her. She's wonderful.
Well, I read something too that Sandra Bullock had actually gotten in touch with you about being in the film. Is that how it worked out, or how did you get cast?
Yeah, that's how awesome she is. Yeah, she texted me and said, "Do you want to? There's a part here," and I'm like, "Yes, of course." She's like, "We're in the Dominican Republic," and I took my wife and daughter, and we went to the beaches, and we enjoyed the island. It was the best.
I, you know, as a viewer, sometimes we watch films, we think, oh, that must have been fun to do. Are certain projects more fun to do? I mean, certainly the location can't hurt, but is a film like this more fun than something else, or what's it like as an actor?
Like you said, I mean, it's location and weather, and it's the part too, because I did a film that was lots of fun, and I made friends, and we shot in Colombia, and we were in a mine, a real mine, a underground from like 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. for a lot of the time, and it was brutal. I had a good time, but it was hard. By the second or third week, I started having nightmares of being underground and being trapped in a mine because we were in there. Um, so yeah, and then on the flip side, this was on a beach in the Dominican Republic with my family. So yeah, it was an easy, wonderful gig.
You get a brief moment to reunite with Sandra Bullock in the film. Did you guys actually chat otherwise? Kind of
Oh yeah,
reconnect?
yeah, sure. When
Yeah.
I got there, we chatted, and she was soaking wet, and we were on boats, but she was, she lit up when she saw me, and she's wonderful, and so we chatted, and our families hung out together a little bit, and I got to meet Channing Tatum and Patty and Daniel Radcliffe and Divine. So yeah, it was, and my family got to meet them too.
Well, I have to ask, did you get to meet Brad Pitt, or was he not there
No,
that day? No.
no. When I left, I think I left and he came in the next day, and he came in for a day or two, but we missed Brad.
What are Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum like to work with? What are they like on a set?
Sandra is a producer. She's a mom, and she is there, firing on all cylinders, yet relaxed and accessible and very present, and will chat with you and have a moment with you. She's not too busy to do that. She's great. And Channing is a very nice man. We got to know him. We chatted with him. We hung out with him, and he has friends there with him. And when he's not chatting and hanging out, he's working out with his buddies. And I mean, for real, they jump in the ocean, they swim, they run, they're doing sit-ups. I'm like, dear God, that's why he looks so great, in the movie. And I realized that because a lot of time, I think he's wearing less clothes in the movie than anyone else in the thing. So he was constantly, running around with his friends.
I mean, if you have Channing Tatum in a movie and he's willing to get mostly naked, I'm sure everyone's happy.
Yes, and very hilarious. He
is hilarious. Is he as funny in person as he is on camera?
No, he's more relaxed. He's a normal person, but he's funny. He's a good guy. But my favorite part of the movie is when they do the interview, the book interview at the beginning. Then 3 in that interview. That's my favorite part of the movie. Sandra Channing.
Seems like it must have been a fun scene to do too.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I enjoyed it so much when I watched it. And of course, Patty is very funny too. Yes. Whenever she shows her face on screen, people just loved it.
If you get a chance, if there's a sequel and you get a chance to come back, what would you like to have him do in a sequel?
I don't know. Whatever, just more, running around more, I guess, more on screen, like being involved in some kind of rescue or something. I thought the rescue scene was very funny. You can't go wrong with that. Those 2 guys just running around. So the characters were all funny. Everybody from Brad to Patty, all the characters were very well defined.
I think it's also amazing that Brad Pitt is always funnier than you expect him to be. Even though he's funny when he wants to be, he's always even funnier.
Yeah. He gets it. He's like playing Brad Pitt.
Well, thank you very much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Bye, Toronto.